So now we're going to practice going from the graph to an equation. Remember, our equations have to be in the form y equals mx plus b, and we are only going to be changing m and b. Well, to figure out b, we need to highlight that y-axis and see where it crosses. It crosses b at 3. That means it has to end in plus 3. Now what we're going to do is identify another point where it crosses exactly at an intersection. And I see that that might cross exactly right here. It's not always going to be on both of the axes. That just happened to be the case this time. And now I'm going to start with the furthest left dot, going from left to right. And I'm going to count what the change in y is over the change in x. So to go from the first dot to the second dot, I have to go up 1, 2, 3 times. So my change in y is 3. And my change in x, I have to go over 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I want up and right, which are both positive numbers. So that means my slope would be 3/4. Remember, y and x stay y and x. So my equation is y equals 3/4 x plus 3. Looking at this next example, I'm going to draw a line right down the y-intercept. And remember, our equations have to be in the form y equals mx plus b. This time, b crosses the y-axis at 3, so it must end in plus 3. And I'm going to pick another dot where it crosses straight through. And I see that happening right here. So if I go down, or I'm going to go from left to right, which means I have to go down 1, 2, 3. So my change in y is dropping 3. And I'm going over 1, 2, 3 for my change in x. And that was in the right direction, so that's positive. Well, -3/3 does simplify to -1. So my number with x would be 1, -1. -1x plus 3. Remember that you might see that as just -x plus 3. The 1 does not always have to be there. So we're identifying where the line crosses the y-axis for our bonus number, and then we are finding how much the y changes and the x changes for the slope.